Yo, morning. Let me go grab the soundtrack quick, since I'm pretty sure we're still going to have audio skipping issues. Let's type it correctly so that YouTube can find it. No, let's try adding soundtrack so that YouTube can actually find it. There we go. Turns out, when you want to find a soundtrack, you have to type soundtrack. No, stop this. Let me turn music off in here. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm very lost. I was lost in the sauce there for a second. There we go. So, last game, we finished a cycle. We can no longer found new cities. Functionally, this is a mechanic so that you don't run out of space to build, but lore-wise, there is a storm that's always approaching. And at the end of each cycle, you have to pull all your friends back to the smoldering city in the middle of the map, where the Queen's Grace or whatever protects you from the horrible swirling clouds. So we're going to do that to start. And then, we're going to have a nice fresh new map. Wow, holy cow. Forbidden Lands and Barren Lands. I think we did Barren Lands already, didn't we? Tell me. Barren Lands. Yeah, we did do Barren Lands. So, do we want to throw away our 100% win rate to do a Forbidden Lands modifier? Only Forbidden Glades can be found in this region. That's a lot of scary glades. Is there a deed for it? This might change our thinking. Forbidden Lands. There is a deed for it. Alright, let's do it. Let's go lose a game. Or, you know, maybe not. Who knows? Would I rather do Coral Forest or Royal Woodlands? I think Coral Forest is going to make this a lot easier. Like a lot easier. Because if we come over here to modifiers, you can see all the different stuff that you can get out of coral trees. You can get incense out of them, you can get metal out of them, all kinds of stuff. So if we get truly desperate, truly desperate, then we can just, you know, cut trees down without opening a glade. Now, who's going to help us do this better? 6 harpies, 3 beavers, or 8 lizards with a little extra food and some bricks. And some extra oil. The wood production is just going to be so important here that I think I have to take beavers. And then I feel like we'll be okay on food. I feel like we'll probably not... Well, we're coming with 20 coal. We might not be okay on fabric, so what if we take like a little bit of reeds? And then we take some extra wood? No, I'd rather have food instead of wood. Well, let's give this a shot, shall we? I'm terrified. Yeah, they're all just really bad. Alright, let's get our paths in. We start with fertile soil. It's huge. What an incredible get. And mysteries. Mines produce 50% more goods during drizzle season. Okay, fine. Hungerstorm at 3, which, again, if they don't have anything to eat, they gain 2 stacks of thunder effect. This would have ruined us last game, but we didn't have it, fortunately. All recipes using metal or ore have a 50% lower yield. Fine, something to think about. Vassal tax isn't that bad. You almost never pay the amber. You just have 20% faster impatience during storm, which is like, you live, whatever. And then charged rain. Complex food and services to prevent deaths. Manageable. Not like good, but manageable. So we can get all eggs here. And then we are just going to need, well, where do we want to go first? So these trees are wood and plant matter. These trees are stone and incense. These are meat and metal. And then I think there's a 4th kind of tree. No, There might just be 3 kinds of tree. We kind of want to go up here. We want that big grove. We want all these guys. So we're going to go here and here. And then you guys are going to be priority 2. You're going to be priority 2. You'll be priority 1. And we don't have any other resource nodes in the starting glade. So we're going to live or die by cornerstones and our initial 3 blueprints, I think. So let's make... Oh, and you know what we should also do? Don't open glades except marked. For the love of God. Do not open glades unless they're marked. Get you in here. Get some of you in here. And really, because we only have that one scavenger's camp, we can do a little bit of that. And then we can do a little bit of this. Can give you the classic 2-2-2. You're going to use reeds to make fabric. You are fine using clay. I don't love it, because I'd rather use clay to make pottery. But we'll live. The only other thing I'm wondering is when is going to be the appropriate time to open our first Forbidden Glade? I don't have an answer for you. The events are usually like a bunch of fuel. So the first thing we want to do is stop using coal. We might need that 20 coal for a glade event. 3 packs of provisions for every new villager. 3 clay per minute. 30 meat every time a villager dies or leaves. Or a reroll. I think clay delivery line is good enough that I don't need to reroll. It's not good, but it's good enough. Yeah, sure. Looks scary, my brother. It is scary. Look at all these skulls. It's just a horrible place. I think it's going to be a really quick game either way, because if we do them successfully, there's so much reputation sitting in there. Alright, simple tools are a massive get. 3-star coal's also a massive get, but simple tools, you can do most events with tools, and we have a good source of metal on the map. So we're going to take smithy. I would rather take herb garden over small farm, because I have more things I can do with herbs than grain. And we don't need forester's hut. We don't need crystallized dew. We get it out of trees. We don't need resin. We can do other things for glade events. So give me an herb farm. Oh, and then we get killed again. Do I want to take it? Yeah, because we get meat out of trees, and then we can turn the meat into jerky. So that's about as well as those picks possibly could have gone. Can I build any of them immediately? No, because I brought no refined goods. We need to get the crude workstation up to do that. And then orders. Have an herb garden. Have 15 roots and 15 herbs. To get a +1 to roots production. It's okay. Probably not going to be doing packs of building materials. I said I didn't want to be doing packs of building materials. You know what? I don't think I'd ever do this one, so why not? Maybe I can put herbs in a pack of crops or something like that. Scavenger's camp, stonecutter's camp, and 10 bricks to get a bunch of stuff, or a trading post and 10 amber to get 6 tools. I think I'd rather do that. So the trading post is going to go like right down here. Maybe we should wait until we have amber to do that. Let's wait until we have amber to do that. Also, did I use up all my builders? No. I should have a spare builder somewhere. I guess they're just doing roads right now. Here, do this at priority 1. Finish roads later. Come and build this crude post right now. I'm going to say when we hit 12 tools, we're going to build a smithy. We're going to start making tools. When we hit 12 tools, we'll open our first Forbidden Glade. 12 is usually a cutoff for those kinds of events. And if we get, like, I don't know, a rain punk factory that spawns living matter every 30 seconds, we're just gonna cry. We're gonna cry a lot. You guys, I can move up here a little bit so we have room for our production buildings. I can shave you off of here and get you into here. And then I can start on houses, I guess. We do have beavers. We don't have any of the refined goods for this, though. So you go like here, 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 here. And that'll be our initial housing. Actually, you know what? Changing my mind. I want you to go, here, here. Okay, so I can't fit them there. Get these 4 trees out of the way. You come down here and do this. Because there's going to be a farm over here, the normal pattern that I do of 1, 2, 3, 4 will not look good. So I'm going to do 1 out this way, 1 out this way, and then I can do the 3 square buildings over here, and I can figure out what to do with the farm over here. The building and village design is important, even when you are struggling to survive. In many ways, it's more important when you're struggling to survive, because it gives the people hope. So we'll do something like that. Then we'll put 1 in there. We'll continue these up this way. You guys are going to get your meat. We'll be able to turn that into jerky. Give me consumption control. Don't eat meat. Don't eat insects. We can turn that into jerky as well. Does everyone like jerky here? No, beavers don't like jerky, but harpies do. Harpies will be excited about that. And then give me my decor. Get our first hub upgrade. You're good to come back up here now. Because we can fit our last house in here. That's our first housing block done, and then our second housing block will go here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down this way. There's also a lot of meat down there in those trees. Very interesting. Also, we're getting a lot of plant fiber, so we use plant fiber for fabric for a bit. I kind of want to get the herb garden up and running sooner rather than later. I think we're going to have to cut down 1 tree here, because it's hiding some fertile soil underneath it. You are making planks, okay. Go to like 6 on all these. Bricks, you're going to go back down to 2 pretty soon because the kiln can make bricks. Not very well, but it can make it better than a a makeshift post or whatever this thing's called. Crude workstation. Crude post. And then after that, we get Smithy up, and Smithy's going to go over here. You're going to be priority. You're going to grow roots for now, just as a food source, but later we're going to swap you over to herbs. And we're going to use you to make packs of provisions for trade. I feel like trade's also going to be very important on a map where we're really limited in the number of glades that we can open. And why not just put a trading post down? We don't really lose anything from it. Except that if you don't build the trading post, you can summon a trader whenever you want with your first build. But we're so far away from having amber. We're not getting amber until we open a glade in the first place, so it doesn't really hurt us to build a trading post. Get a road in here too. Those bricks aren't that important. Cut that through there. I don't want to give people too much to build at once, so let's wait until like the smithy starts going up. Make me like 20 to start. That's enough to open 1 cache. Make me like 20 coats. Don't make me packs of trade goods. Also, don't make me coats. And you can use those bars as well. We're in clearance, so this doesn't need to be worked. We'll start working it in Storm. Actually, hang on. let's drop down to just 2 beavers. Because I need to build these fields. I want the fields built by the time we hit Storm, so that they can till them in Storm to double air production or whatever that mechanic is. And it knocks us down to hostility 0. So that's nice to have as well. And give me a second harpy in here too. Because if we can clear these out, then we just have 2 workers forever. You've almost got one of them gone. You're doing good. You're fine. And then Kiln is going to go back here. But we're going to put Kiln at like priority -1 right now. You're going to make us like 20 coal, 30 coal. You're going to make us 20 bricks, and you're going to make us like 100 jerky. I don't want you to ever stop making jerky. We've elected to not build farm fields, I guess. We're busy working on roads. That's fair. I shouldn't have put in so many roads. I have no one to blame for this but myself. But it's not that dire. We'll be getting some metal in from these. No, that's incense. We'll be getting metal in from these trees. They give meat and metal. It's such a powerful tree. Now we can get people in here. We'll have harpies work it for now, and we'll really hope that our 3rd villager type is humans. But if it's not, and it's lizards, we can put lizards to work in the kiln, and they'll be quite happy in there. And we do have a harpy firekeeper right now, which is my preference. The beavers, if you put them in there, they make your fuel burn longer, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we need it right now, considering that we're decent on wood from these plate leaf trees, and also, well, and like every tree gives us wood. You get wood from every tree you cut down. But also, we're going to be producing coal here before too long, and coal's going to be nice and efficient. So the only time pressure we really have right now is to get to 15 tools before we completely exhaust this glade. And a farm really helps with our sustainability on that front. All farms can plant 2-star mushrooms. For every 10 completed trade routes, all houses will have room for 1 more person. This is fine if you have a lot of species-specific housing, but number 1, it takes an eternity to like actually get good, and number 2, we don't even have harpy houses unlocked, so urban planning is not going to be great for us. And this early in the game, choosing 1 blueprint from all unlocked blueprints is not that good. I don't even know what we would take from Smuggler's Visit right now. That's much better later when you need that 1 building to show up. So we're going to take mushroom seedlings. We're going to immediately pause. And we're going to grow mushrooms here instead of roots, because it's twice as efficient as a food. So we could like chill here forever. Basically, we're good on everything. We would never need to leave. We would just, you know, run out of impatience. So we do eventually need to leave. But if there's no impatience, we could live here forever. Kind of want to get 1 more. Oh, you know what? I need people. Alright, we get lizards with this run. But we could also just take 3 beavers and get a ton more food. Do I want a lizard right now? Not really. Let's give me more beavers. That's more people working in woodcutters. I can give you a spare beaver so we get those planks out of the door faster. The other thing about mushrooms, and this is a little metagamey, which I'm trying not to metagame super hard while I can afford to with the difficulty such as it is, but there's a cornerstone that gives you +1 to mushroom production for every 25 mushrooms you make. And that perk, or that cornerstone, and plus the cornerstone that allows you to grow mushrooms in farms, goes insane on food production. You give it like 2 seasons, and then you never have to think about food again because you have literal thousands of mushrooms. It's also really good to take in marshlands because the trees give mushrooms there, but it's metagamey. Like, if it shows up, we're gonna take it, don't get me wrong. I'm not above taking busted perk combinations, but I'm not going to play towards them either, you know? I feel like if you play around getting specific cornerstones, then you don't get specific cornerstones, it just kind of tanks your run. I'd rather just make, you know, good fundamental choices. So trader's going up. Really got to get smithy up. Well, we don't have to. I mean, we can only make 3 tools right now, or 6 tools, or whatever. This could happen. It's not very good. This is much less likely to happen. Although I think you can make packs of crops out of mushrooms. But this is like, you really lean into trade. Which we might need to do. And this is like, oh, you get to build more hearths, which we will not be doing because there's so many glade events over. And this consumes a lot of resources. Okay, you know what? I've talked myself into it. Fulfill jerky 50 times, have 8 harpy houses. I don't know how to make harpy houses. I'm sorry. So I'll do you instead. We're also probably never going to finish that one. Don't get that twisted. The orders are kind of weird this game. Like, I think I'm gonna need to build a makeshift post. Low priority. I can use eggs and meat in here, though. That's kind of interesting. And in here, I can use mushrooms for packs of crops. So don't build these. Actually, don't build any of these right now. I'm gonna turn you on when I need you, and not a minute before. Need 1 more round of planks. That's coming. You have bricks, so I'll actually kick you up to priority 1 now, because we could build that. And then your walk still looks pretty manageable, so I'm going to leave you guys up here for a bit. If they get too far away from the storage locker, then I'll probably move them down to like here and over here. But it looks like they still have a pretty manageable commute. Now this eventually is going to be full of lizards, but we're not at that point yet. So we're going to set coal to be just 1 tick more important to do than everything else, because we want to make sure that we have fuel. And then, yeah, it is at 30, so burn coal. Don't burn any of this, because we're going to be making it. And then you get in there and just start making some coal. We managed to plant everything, so that's good to see. You give me priority on this, and then you can go to priority 0. Come and harvest a bunch of mushrooms. Smithy's going up. This is great. I'm probably going to trim 2 beavers out of the woodcutter's camp so they can work on this through clearance. And you guys should be approaching done. 8 of 17 and then 17 more. So not quite. Maybe at the end of Storm you'll be done. So we can make 6 tools currently. Let me turn you off so I can just always see you and the mouse over. We can make 10 tools. So we just need to cut down a couple more muscle sprout trees and get lucky with bars, and then we'll be able to crack our first glade. And we're just gonna cross our fingers and pray. I'm also gonna take you guys up to 15 on the off chance that it's one of the glade events that takes like 20 of a random building material. So you guys get in here. Make me simple tools at priority 1. Yeah, no, don't make me codes. We're saving fabric just so we can see what some of these initial glade events are. That's the plan. And I'm honest, I think I'm gonna have to do this to get Rich Harvest, to get some reputation going. So turn this on, go to 5. I can't wait for this to be done to get 2 more harpies. Like, back in the workforce. You can move all the way up. Now you might be thinking, why does it matter to keep moving the woodcutter's camp like further up and up down the road? And I will give you the full disclaimer that I woke up like 30 minutes ago, and I could just be completely wrong, but here's my thinking. They go to woodcutter's camp, they go to a tree, they grab a resource, they put it back in woodcutter's camp. And then once this building storage is full, they grab stuff out of it and they leave and they go to the warehouse. But they only ever carry one thing at a time when they're going from tree to woodcutter's camp. They carry like 5 things when they leave from the woodcutter's camp and go to the main warehouse. And that scales with the cornerstones that you can pick that let people carry more items. So while it is a longer trip to the warehouse, they have to take less trips to the warehouse relative to the trips that they just take to trees and back, which I think saves time. And I could be completely wrong. And if I'm wrong, hopefully I'm corrected either here in YouTube pod comments. But I think that's true. You're at 14 of 17. You're idle now, so I can take one of you guys off. You ran out of planks to make tools. You've got 2 and that's it. Wow, okay, we need more planks. I need a second person here is what I need. But let's get Rich Harvest done. What do we get out of it? 10 amber. So that'll finish trading post, and then what do we get out of trading post? 20 biscuits, 6 tools. Okay, it's all coming together. Still under 1 hostility. It's the world's slowest start to a game. You need to be a little faster at harvesting, because you didn't quite make it. That's interesting to note. They do not have a bad commute. But the harvesting is still quite slow there. You're working on packs of crops, you're good. You're working on tools, you're good. You're working on fabric. What are we consuming that takes fabric right now? Because I turned coats off. Are you just trying to get caught up on 15? I'm going to assume you're just trying to get caught up on 15. Oh, and don't make bricks here anymore. Gillen can take care of that. And Jerky, you can use coal. I know we're out of wood right now, but you can use coal for that. And the coal will work itself out. We got up to 26. We're going to take more beavers when villagers show up, and then we're just going to ram these woodcutters full of beavers. Because wood is a bit of an issue right now. That might actually be what the bottleneck is over here in the crude workstation for plank manufacture. You're making packs of crops, good. You're doing fine. We're just chilling. Storm is no problem right now. It's no problem at all. You can move up. You're gonna start getting incense here pretty soon. You, I kind of want to move down like here. Start working out that way. I think it'll look neat when we have like all of the forest cut down, except for what's around these glades. Normally you're just like drawing lines in between the glades to cut down as few trees as possible to crack them, but here we're taking the opposite approach. And I think that's going to look pretty neat. You're carrying packs of crops, so hopefully that means we're done. +2 to stone production. We haven't seen stone. +2 to leather production. We have technically seen leather in like snake egg nests or local taxes. So here's what I'm thinking. Once we start opening glades, I don't think that cornerstones are going to matter. I think that once we open our first forbidden glade, every successive forbidden glade is going to be easier. Which means I think I'm going to blow my reroll here. Very early, I know. Wow, they're all really bad. That's not good. We do have an herb garden, so spices could kind of go off once we figure out a way to start making biscuits. Hey, Firekeeper's armor, I think, is actively bad. Because you actually, like, kind of want corruption most times, unless you're really high prestige levels. And leather gloves, I haven't seen reeds, so I think we just kind of take spices. That's a reroll that didn't quite work out for us, unfortunately. Yeah, give me 3 tools and 2 beavers. And then you guys get in here. And then you... You're not... your problem is wood, honestly. Your problem is not staff. Your problem is wood. So we can finish this order. Planting crops is faster. That's unfortunate. That's not really what I want. But then we can also take you. And then what do we got? Biscuits. But we don't have a way to make flour yet. Biscuits again, but we don't have a way to make flour yet. But we do... Well, it's not really going to matter. Because, like, we have tons of meat from trees. We can grow roots, we can grow herbs in the garden. So I kind of want to... Well, wait, what's skewers? Mushrooms? No. Well, mushrooms, and then I can grow roots. So I guess this is really like, would I rather have pigment or would I rather have pottery? Because these are roughly equivalent. I'm not looking at carpenter because I don't need simple tools. I don't like packs of luxury goods and planks, whatever. I don't think it's as good as having complex food available. And neither of these well, we do have clay delivery lines, so maybe we take bakery because we can just be making pottery. Well, we kind of wait for other aspects of the economy to kick off. And then there's also a slight metagame choice here, which is where you can get Zahilda's secret recipe, which gives you jerky every time you make pie, but I'm not going to pick around meta choices. And then we have a provisioner, so we can make flour and more efficient packs of provisions. Do I like that more than apothecary? Yes, because incense we can get out of trees, and cosmetics are pretty whatever. So again, 2 really good picks. We're kind of getting saved this run by the quality of picks that we're getting. I can stick a provisioner here. It's not going to look that pretty. Oh, it really doesn't look pretty. I'm going to have to put you somewhere else. I'm sorry, my friend. Get this tree out of here. We had 12 tools yet? We're at 13 tools. Well, no time like the present. Let's see what we got in here. If it's living matter, that's okay. We have renewable food. And we're not at 3 yet. If it is something that takes tools, we're okay. We have tools. And we can make a couple more tools if we need to. Like, we've got 4 more that we can make. If it's something that we can't solve with either tools or... like, you know, other items, we're kind of bound, but we can't wait any longer. I guess the other thing that we could have done here, we didn't see the cornerstone for it, but the other thing we could have done had we gotten, I don't know, luckier, is there's perks that let you see what's inside of glades. Usually it's some kind of cost. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. Minus 10 to global resolve. That's a lot, and hostilities increased by 3. We gain 3 incense for every 10 roots produced. We're not producing roots. And if we fail it, we kill 10 random. That's everyone. No, it's like almost everyone. Minus 10 global resolve is really scary. Plus 300 hostility is also really scary. How much do woodcutters contribute right now? 100. How much wood do we have? 7. Alright, it's gonna be rough for a little bit. Get in there. I need to... So we need to reorganize a couple of things here. First of all, we need to get down to 4. We're not going to be able to get to 3. That's foolhardy. Do I have any other buildings that favor engineering? No. Okay, then, you know, in that case, just get to work. And what are you? You're a tool shop. You can make simple tools at 3 efficiency. It's not that good. You are an herb node. I don't have an herbalist camp. You are stone. I can collect stone. A lot of harpies are going to leave. a lot of harpies are going to leave. And I don't have anything that they like doing to keep them here. That's okay. We're gonna eat a ton of impatience here, and then it's gonna be okay. You're not a stonecutter's camp. You're a stonecutter's camp. Come over here and get me some stone. Just for the fun of it. Can I borrow one of you to come over here? So that we can widen the entrance here a little bit. I could make 15 packs. No, that would use all of our mushrooms right now. You're still making coal. You know, I can get in here and do a little bit of work before you leave. And then you, I'm gonna just stick over here to remember that, you know, you don't do anything. Actually, you know what? I do have a solution here. Hang on, I'm not... God, well, no, that saves us for less than a minute. No, wait, I do have a solution here. There is something I can do. I don't know if I have the time to do it. I don't have the wood either. Alright, I don't have a solution. Never mind. I'm gonna juggle harpies for a little bit just to buy some time. But then after that, they're gonna be leaving. So, let's favor you, get you back up to 5, and then as soon as beavers are about to leave, we'll stop favoring you. It's gonna buy us like 40 seconds. It might matter, it might not. We'll find out. Just anything to get this solved, and then what's in you guys? +2 to clay production. Don't care about any of that. That's going to be sent to the Citadel. +2 to resin and more herbs. Don't care about that. That's going to go to the Citadel. Oh wait, harpies are happy. They're up to 6. You found jerky to eat. This is great news. I don't have to favor either of you. We're fine. As long as beavers get over 1. Could you become happier, please? No? Okay. That was possibly as close as it could possibly be. Now, hurry and finish this event before we run out of jerky. Oh, thank God you're making 20 more. We'll actually be fine. Holy cow. We're not going to lose any villagers. And then we need to get back up to 12 tools before we can do this again. What do we get if I salvage you? 12 tools. Interesting. Might do that. Hey, we don't have the planks to do it right now, but we might do that. Harpies resolve is low, that's fine. I'll favor you soon. Don't think that I won't. Have a hub upgraded in a neighborhood? That can happen. Discover 5 glades to get +3 resolve. Or get +1 crystallized dew production when we cut a tree down if we build 2 rain collectors. Nah, I'd rather just take 30 metal. The other thing that we can do here, and the thing that I was going to try to do to save these harpies, is upgrade the hub, because I think that's +2 to global resolve. So if we get some wood and we build this house, they'll be housed. That'll push us to 14, and then we just need to build more decorations. They appear to have run out of jerky. Are you delivering jerky right now? You're delivering jerky right now. Good. Now why are beavers mad? Oh, you found biscuits and then you ran out of biscuits. Yeah, I'd be pretty mad about that, I guess. Alright, well, we'll keep juggling. We might actually be... No, I think beavers are going to leave. Would I rather lose a harpy or a beaver? I think I'd rather lose a harpy, to be very honest with you. Zorg is here. Hello, Zorg. I can't imagine that you have something to sell me for 0 amber, do you? +1 to herbs, global food production, building capacity. Building capacity is not like that good. And I don't really want to sell any of this stuff right now. So, you can just go. I think we are going to have to lose a harpy here. For the sake of keeping beavers. A stonecutter left. That's fine. That's okay. We knew what was going to happen. You're done. Don't need to favor anyone anymore. And life is great. Oh, wait, we're about to get 20 amber from this. Are you still going to be here? No, I don't think you're going to carry that away in 40 seconds. Okay, we get a rep. Get to pick Apothecary again if we want it. We don't. We don't need 3-star flower. I mean, at this point, I'm like, sure, give me 3-star planks, because the rest of these picks are kind of ass. And, like, all of these buildings are functionally the same. It's like, do you want to make scrolls at 1 star? Do you? No? Oh, okay. Then give me the lumber mill. Move this makeshift post out of here. Put this lumber mill in. We need to make our trees go so far. So, like, you stop. And not only stop, but, like, give me the wood back that you were using. And then you can come back in. But don't ever look at planks again. We have 2 spare beavers from the event. You can get back into woodcutter's posts. Because wood is still pretty dicey. Fuel is good, but wood is pretty dicey. And then what can I put in trade goods? Nothing that we get out of trees goes in trade goods, but we could put pottery in trade goods. So let's build you. And then I guess you can go like here once we have planks, and then the provisioner can go here, and I'll move these guys out of the way. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't make scrolls, don't make trade goods, make planks, give me like 20. Take a beaver out of here. Put him in there. Workforce, again, is pretty dire. We need another villager pick, but we'll get one here pretty soon. Is this house gone up yet? No, that's where all my wood is going. And you have a blight rot cyst on you, so I can't actually destroy you. Which means we're going to have to clear out a space over here. And honestly, I think you've gone... I don't know why you haven't cut down any of these coral reach trees. Or crimson reach trees. But I think it is now time for you to come down here and start clearing these trees. And then you can go back here and clear those trees. And then you can get decorations in here. We'll use up the last bit of wood that we have. For the sake of making the place look nice. I can handle this. There. Let's just stay at hostility 1. So, what are we looking for from the cornerstone next year? Hostility management would be great. Every open cache decreasing hostility by 15 points with 2 caches and nothing but Forbidden Glades would be pretty good. It's like minus 30 hostility per Forbidden Glade that we open, because they usually have 2 caches in them. Tools are functionally renewable as well, so we can just open them as much as we want. Actually, how many tools we got right now? 13? I think I need 14 for these. I do need 14 for those. So yeah, the clear caches to reduce hostility perk would be outstanding. I think that's the #1 wish list right now. And then what else is even on the wish list? I mean, the mushroom perk is fine. If we get the mushroom perk, I promise you, this one herb garden will be all of our food for the entire game. We'll never need anything else. That's how strong that is. And then, like, what else? What else? I don't know, man. Don't ask so many questions. I don't know what else I'm looking for. That'll be the hub upgrade, once we find the planks to do it. We're still really tight on wood. You know, also, like, a perk that gives us wood production wouldn't be that bad. The one that doubles wood production, but you lose all your stored fuel, I would do that. I only have 24 stored fuel right now. The one that makes planting and harvesting slower, I wouldn't love doing it, but I'd do it. Okay. It's hostility management. It's good hostility management. It's interesting global resolve, but I don't think we're going to be opening that many glades because they're so friggin' scary. And this is like fine, but we don't have the wood intake to produce planks, and we're not doing anything with barrels, so give me Baptism of Fire. And I think it's like, it's fine. It's fine and approaching good. Because now we're just going to burn Blightrot Cysts on every building. Also, I swear I want to take lizards, but they keep giving me beavers, man. Well, maybe I can't afford to take this. I don't know what I'm going to do with these 2 harpies, but... then I will finally get a lizard. You can get in there. You have nothing to do? Yeah, you're capped on fabric. I recognize that. You can go mine stone. And then you guys need to get me wood. Like a lot of it. Just crank that hostility. I need many wood. Should be at 14 tools now. 21! We could even do the big cache. Let's do the big cache. Let me borrow a harpy out of here. And let me borrow you as well. And then why don't you guys come do this? So I guess we're going to get enough amber just from opening caches that we could use traders. We don't really need to use trade routes at all. Which is kind of nice. I wouldn't mind, if I see it, I would not mind buying a herbalist camp. Because, like, look at the amount of herbs that we have in here. There's a lot of them. Could also make a bakery. No, we should make a provisioner's hut first. So you go, like, here. It's going to be a while before we hit 8 planks. It's not going to be as long as it used to be, but it's going to be a while. And then keep, like, 30 flour. Don't ever make barrels. And... sorry, did not want to click that. Like, none of that, really. I don't really need the packs for provisions either. Like, I guess we could put meat in them, but we're still putting meat into jerky. We haven't quite capped out on jerky yet. Especially now that we have a single lizard here eating it all. Although, man, he is thrilled about life here. It's like just him. He gets to work in a kiln. It's nice and warm. He's loving it. Could be salvaging you as well. They turn 4 boards into 10 boards. It was nice. Maybe after you're done with that, I'll send you over here to salvage this tool shop. I'll get 1 harpy in here. Where can I obtain a harpy from? No. How do we have 8 harpies and I don't know where any of them are? What are you all doing? Oh, you're in a crude workstation. Yeah, I don't need fabric anymore. I'll move you over there if I need you. Use coal for this and just make like 3. We don't have a lot of corruption to burn right now. Also, did I tell people to not eat roots? No, people can eat roots. That's fine. You're allowed to eat roots. So provisioner goes up. Provisioner makes flour. Once we have flour, bakery goes up. We find a second fertile soil patch. We start growing herbs. We can make biscuits and pie forever. And then complex food is sorted. Like, totally done. Never have to think about it again. Completely sustainable. And that's going to be a lot of resolve for people. It's +5 there, it's +5 there. The lizards don't care, but we have enough hot buildings that, like, the first 6 lizards, like, this is hot. So, 3, 5, and I think bakery's hot too. So the first 7 lizards are going to be in buildings where they get resolve bonuses. They're going to be thrilled. And I think at this point we take a services building as well. I don't like Sacrament of the Flame. I don't think it's very good. But Crown Chronicles is also not good. I'm not looking at Cooperage. It's like 2-star training gear, fine. But, well, no, it's not that good. We have a bunch of buildings that make scrolls at 1 star. And these both do education. Oh, we get incense for free. So it is actually temple. Yeah, I think it's temple for sure. And that's probably going to go like over here. Yeah, because we get incense by chopping down trees. So we don't really have to worry about making it. And there's like 2 different buildings that make scrolls. You make scrolls, not very well, but you make scrolls. We don't have pigment or wine though. We'll have to figure that part out. Do we have a way to make pigment or wine? Pigment? No, and wine definitely not. I would know. There's not a lot of buildings that make wine, honestly. Advanced district is done. +1 to planks production is a big deal. We now have 18 tools. We could open another glade. Or we could open a cache. I kind of want to open a second glade. To be perfectly honest with you. So I think you're going to come through here. We'll carve this little square out, because that's where the post will actually go, and then he'll be able to reach all the way into the glade. I don't know what I was thinking when I took Trailblazing, by the way. I think I briefly forgot what the modifier on this map was, and was like, yeah, 5 glades. I'll open 5 glades. We might not finish Trailblazing before the end of this game. 5 Forbidden Glades is a lot of glades. It would be inconceivable to have not won the game after opening 5 Forbidden Glades. Provisioner's going up. You will be moving again. You, I want to move, but I can't yet. Smokehouse makes incense. I don't think we have an easy time making incense, though. Yeah, it takes a lot of fuel. It takes a lot of herbs. And we can do 2-star pottery somewhere else. And I'm not really that fussed about the efficiency for jerky because of how much meat we get out of trees. So then what else would we be looking at? Oh, we're not really looking at Brickyard. The difference between 1-star bricks and 2-star bricks is not big. And we can already do 2-star pottery, so Brickyard doesn't do anything for us. Press making oil is like kind of neat, but then, you know, what do we do with the oil? And also we can't really make it that efficiently in the first place. And then Weaver. Well, Weaver can make training gear. Harpies and lizards both like brawling. And it eats metal, which we have. There's a lot of it going into tools, but we can make it. Yeah, and we can put harpies in it, and harpies will be happy about being in a Weaver. So maybe we do that. I'm also looking at this and I'm like, what if we just do a bakery back here? And then we find some other 2x2 building to go there. So let's do that. Biscuits, make 100, and just make like 30 pottery. Use coal for it. You can put eggs in there. You can put roots in there. Welcome new villagers found in a camp in a glade. Probably not. Have 50 cosmetics. Definitely not. This is more likely to happen, so we'll take that. We don't care about either of the outcomes, but one of them is marginally more likely to give us 1 reputation. And what are you? Yeah, you're doing all 3 of these. Honestly. You need someone to work here. You can come up here. Actually, I don't want to open a glade in a storm. So let's cut right up to the edge of it. And then as soon as storm ends, we'll crack it. We'll go take a peek inside. We can shed 1 woodcutter to drop down to hostility 2 this storm, but that's probably the last time we can do it. So what do we have to contend with at 3? 50% lower yield. We need to take people off of the smithy in storm, because the tool recipe uses metal. And that's it. And then impatience is going to grow slightly faster. But impatience is not a problem right now, and probably won't be a problem the whole game. Because we can just open a cache whenever we want. I could build another house, though. Should I do that? No, we're so tight on wood. I don't have a lizard to work here yet, so Harpy's going to have to do it for now. And honestly, I don't think there's a lot to do in here. You might be able to make, like, a couple pies, because we have eggs left over from that nest that we found. But that's about it. Are we getting anything out of stone? Yeah, roots and insects, that's fine. Far left showed up right before the storm. What a guy. +1 to simple tools production is pretty good, too. Rain mill we don't need. None of his stuff we need. So I might just buy... I mean, I don't know. What does stone get us? It lets us make training weapons, like, a little bit. I'm definitely doing +1 to simple tools production. I think I'm going to wait on plus stone. Because the only stone we know about is this little deposit over here. Everyone's resolve is low, right? I think we just ate an amber tax for no reason. Because I forgot to take people off before those bonuses kicked in. So that's a little unlucky. Queen's Impatience doesn't seem to be growing faster, though. Yeah, that was not the best play ever. Also, why are you guys still unhappy? What's the problem? That's just a bad storm, I guess. I could knock this down 1 more tier if I sacrifice every woodcutter I have. Okay, so maybe it's not the last year that we're gonna enjoy Hostility 2. Maybe we'll get 1 more. And Baptism of Fire should be kicking in here pretty soon. So we do actually have hostility management. You can be destroyed. Just come over here and burn the cyst. You have enough for it. Unless it's you're using up the last one right here. Okay, you used up... No. You have 1 more. Yeah, you're going to get fuel. And now you're going to a work site? Yeah, okay. You'll be able to burn that off. And then that will give us -10 hostility. Oh boy. But it stacks up. And as you get bigger, it stacks up fast. A follow? Thanks for the follow, Colton. Okay, now you can go. We never have to think about you again. We can produce all 3 basic building materials. We have 21 planks? Holy cow, what happened? Are we finally getting ahead on wood? Trade route's 40% faster. Don't care. Hostility from woodcutters -12. Kinda care. It would let us work through storm a little bit. And +1 to lizard resolve for every 70 training gear produced. I don't think we're going to make that much training gear. So sure, let's take flame amulets. More woodwork during storm is always a good thing. I'll take you. Oh, you know what else I should be doing? You can make coats now. Because we've got plenty of fabric once this weaver goes up. And for you, yeah, you're going to do that. Keep like 20. Training gear. You can go... Well, no. You know what? Let's have you use stone. Do like 30. Pack of trade goods, never do them. You can compete for metal eventually, but for now, just use up the stone that we have, because we're not doing anything else with it. And then you open this glade. And then you... fully staffed. And then... you... can get into this bakery, and then you can go over to this weaver. Actually, I could just put a second lizard in here. Nah, that's kind of holding steady. Alright, finish your pie. We also want to get the temple up. We also want to cut the trees down to put the temple there. Oh, there's one more tree. There we go. What was it? I was waiting for you to finish pie. God, you're taking so long. 1:20 to make 10 pies. Do you think you could make 10 pies in 1:20, like in real life? Probably not, I guess, but... do you think you could make... oh, is this a rain punk factory? It is. Every 90 seconds, it spawns a piece of living matter. We can rebuild it. We do have the technology. It would be nice to have infused tools. But we're going to be saying goodbye to our food again for a little bit. Have you noticed a theme every time I stream this game? That we starve forever? Okay, I need one of you. I need one of you. We got to make this go fast. 4 minutes. So, 1:30, 3 minutes, 4 minutes 30. We're probably going to spawn 3 living matter unless they get these simple tools out here really fast. And they're going to be staggered. That's going to take us like halfway into clearance. We'll be able to pick a couple of mushrooms at the end of the season. But we might be hungry in Storm. But we shouldn't have to worry about Hunger Storm. Because we can get under 3. I guess it's like as good a time as any to find a Rainpunk Foundry. If there were ever a good time to find one. Now is maybe a time. And then what else do we have in here? This is a leather worker. It's a butcher. A butcher is quite good. It's a better jerky recipe. It unlocks skewers for us, even though we can't make them. And it lets us do oil if we ever need oil. Okay, you are now a lizard. You are now... you should not be a second harpy, because as soon as this first living matter spawns, we gotta get people on it. What do you have? +2 to clay, +2 to steel, or +2 to stone. You're going to the Citadel. And you're just a bunch of stuff. You're going to the Citadel. You are getting rebuilt. You, don't think I've forgotten about you. You're getting salvaged. And then you, we can build. 7 homeless? Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. I guess we have wood for that now. There we go. That's 6. That's 9. They'll be fine. I'm not saying that... wait, can I harvest these? No, I can't. Okay, here's the first living matter. We're going to be borrowing you. We're going to be borrowing you. And then you're going to come work in here. Planting crops is 30. I don't need planting crops to be faster. It might. So here, I haven't quite figured this out, honestly, and I guess we'll find out. I think that rep gain scales with the number of that species that you have. So, like, yeah, it pushes lizards into rep gain, but because I only have two, the rep gain is 0.02 per minute, which, is so small that it might as well not even happen. And I think that's how the scaling works. I'm not positive. The bigger, I don't want to say issue, but like the bigger utility is that it's going to keep people's numbers up through Storm, so I might not have to juggle them. How you doing here? 2 minutes 17. I didn't check to see if we made our threshold or not. Also, these take forever to solve. We're going to be down a lot of people if all 3 living matters spawn. Like, we're going to have to take 2 more people out of here. We do have 37 coal, so fuel can last for a bit. All other wood-producing industries are going to shut down, but coal can last for a bit. You're also... We don't have the last upgrade unlocked yet, so you're fine there. I don't have spare workforce anywhere for anything right now. I'm like, I could salvage a building, I could open caches. Here's second living matter. We're going to be 4 seconds off. Do I have any sea marrow anywhere? Was I lucky enough to get some out of the stone deposit? They don't give sea marrow. Is a trader coming? 6:53. Okay, so we are going to spawn a 3rd living matter at approximately the worst time possible. So you guys get over here. +2 to crystal growth? Like, don't get me wrong, that's a great perk, but I'd rather have food. You're done in 2 minutes. We're going to be working 3 living matter deposits again. Again, for the 2nd game in a row. We will have 3 active living matters. I guess I could wait on one of them. Like, they don't get really bad, until you start working on them. So maybe I leave the 3rd one for like a minute to shut these first 2 down. Does it matter? Or do I want to really just try and finish them as soon as they appear? I don't think there's a ton of difference. Minute 30, 48 seconds, 2 minutes 50. Yeah, when this goes up, we get infused tools at least. Also, where would a hearth go out here if we were just going to tile them? It would go right on top of the Rainpunk factory, Also, there's more herbs out here. And there's stone out here. You think maybe the game will forget? Oh, this one is? Yeah, and they will carry it back first, but by that point it's going to be a little too late. I wanted it to push this, like, 5 seconds faster, so that I could skip the 3rd living matter spawn. That's the one you know about already, right? Yeah, this is the new one. Yeah, with 5 seconds to go. Like, I could sacrifice sea marrow for literally 2 seconds, and I would have been able to skip that one. But it was not to be. So instead we're going to have to work it. Also +2 to crystal growth. Every muscle tree we cut down is going to be giving us like 5 metal. So at least we won't have to think about that for the rest of the game. Now, infused tools. Yeah, 1 plank. Oh, I forgot you need spark dew for infused tools. Okay, well, you know what? Check this out. We're going to build a corruption farm so that we can reduce our hostility. I'm going to build like 3 rain collectors. And with those rain collectors, they're just going to fill up on corruption every storm. We're going to burn all the cysts. The cysts are going to reduce our hostility. We're never going to hit 3. And everything's going to be fine. Are you almost done? You're at 2 of 8 fabric. What are you doing in here? Okay, fine. You'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. Okay, this one finished. This one has a minute 20. This one has an eternity. We're at 14 food. We're still harvesting mushrooms. Do we have flour? We do have flour in the bank. Low on food? Yeah, color me shocked. You don't have any refined food to make. I mean, I think we'll be fine through the storm. for sure. Also, where are all of my harpies again? One in a stonecutter's camp. Okay, you're gonna be a beaver. You're gonna be a harpy. You aren't going to make simple tools anymore. This is now a smithy that exists only for coats. And you are going to come in here and make infused tools. Do I give a shit about parts? I don't think I give a shit about parts at all, except that they are probably insanely valuable to trade. Because one of these is worth like 0.6. Right? 2.3. Sorry, I was way off. So... well, no, actually it's not as good as I thought. Crystallized... well, no, they're the same. So, that's 2.4, 2.7. Yeah, they're not actually profitable to make. Low on food? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you are low on food. And you know what? You're going to be waiting a while to get food, too. Because that mushroom crop doesn't come in until clearance. That actually might be a problem now that I think about it. We can fill this eventually. And then we get a free market for it. It's not going to happen for a while, but we can fill that eventually. Yep, I'm sure it is. We can sack coal. But I'd like to have the temple up first, honestly. We're still at 2 of 8 fabric. Can you prioritize fabric, please? Oh, because I told you... no. You're not even close to... okay, they just carried a delivery. That's why. You almost done? You're almost done. Is there food in any boxes? That could change our calculus a bit. Yeah, actually, there's 40 herbs in there. I'll take that. Is it raining? It is raining. Hope Amanda's done out front. Yeah, so food changes that calculus a little bit. I've got 1 bored harpy in here, but we have 30 flowers, so we get 30 flour, we get 40 herbs, we can make all these biscuits and pie again. We've got meat coming in from trees, theoretically. We would need a woodcutter for that, but, you know. This one's almost done, and then we're fine. We're totally in the clear. We're going to lose a harpy. We might lose a lizard. But we have so much spare impatience that we can really afford to take that hit. Let's also take you up to like 5. Because this thing's just going to generate insane blight rod cysts. And you're done. Okay, so we've made it through food crisis number 2, which is good. Also, holy shit, imagine if we'd opened this glade first. It actually might have been better, because we had less food at the time. But this one is also pretty good. I can't complain too much about the glade luck so far. Alright, everyone is thrilled with life. Not sure why. We're all still starving, but everyone is thrilled. Is this the time that we take Woodcutter's Prayer? It burns 25 sea marrow. But we don't have a lot of other fuel right now. Calming the Forest isn't great, and we already have hostility reduction. Rebellious Spirit is, like, fine. You can't unpause. So this icon, if you decide to unpause the game before choosing it, it vanishes. You have to pick right now. And I think we have so little fuel that we can just pick it right now. It's going to give us a ton of wood. So deliver this now, because we're in danger of losing a bit of hearth uptime. Also, villagers might carry fuel with them? No. I don't want 3 harpies. I guess I'll take 2 lizards, because I can just cram them in here. Like you. Get in there. You. Well, don't replace the beaver. Doesn't really matter. Well, no, do replace the beaver, because then I can have the beaver work in, like, wood production. Yeah, you get in there. And then, like, here, here, here. And then, do we start salvaging buildings? No, because we don't have planks. I think we'll be fine. We'll get caught up. We'll be fine. They're making 5 coal right now. He's got 5 coal. As an ingredient... Oh, that's for jerky. He's got that reserved. All of these now we're going to use infused tools. So let's swap those over. You're carrying herbs back in. That's going to be food. Sahilda's here. What you got for me? Yeah, love it. I'm tempted to buy a little bit of food just as a stopgap. And then I could also get +1 to fabric production if I wanted. And why not? We're not doing anything else with our money. We're not going to do trade routes for these tablets. We've gotten all of our orders, so we could also sell those. Sure, I can make that work. And then we'll get building storage too. It's a nice one. You are doing fine. I would love to have a second harpy in here. I could afford it, but I think I'm going to need people to work in the temple, actually. Can I borrow anyone from anywhere? No, it looks like everyone's pretty much staffed up. We only have 1 instance right now, actually. I don't think people working in the temple really matters right now. We've got that stone deposit to clear, and then we've got stone deposit over here. Wonder if I should put a warehouse over by this rainpunk factory. I don't think the travel time is going to matter that much. He's got good spark dew in there, though. He's getting to work. We're getting to the point where we do need to figure out how we're going to win this game. Like, it might just be opening a bunch of Glade events, but our impatience is ahead of our reputation right now. Which isn't necessarily a bad sign, but it's certainly not a good sign. Why are you mad? You're still hungry, that's why. Also, we're out of housing again. Man, I should be building a second hearth. Like over... No, it's not going to fit there. I'm going to build a second hearth over here. It's going to go like right here. You're going to get cleared out. We're going to put a warehouse like here. And then I'm going to move you out to, like, you know, somewhere over here where you can get to work. Because we want to rebuild this. This is going to be a good building for us. And then we also need a place to house people. So this is going to go like here. This will be a housing block. And then this could also be a housing block after we open that glade. I might need you eventually. Can I do trade goods yet? Yeah, sort of. You could do pottery. You're not doing anything else with your clay delivery line. Alright, sure. And you guys desperately need something to do in here. Because just, like, making coats for lizards isn't going to cut it for long. Or making coats for beavers isn't going to cut it for long. So, go up to 15 packs of trade goods. Once food is sorted, you're going to start doing packs of crops again. You're going to go to 15. That's going to get us an order. I mean, I say that I'm not sure how we're going to win this game, but I'm pretty sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... If we, like, do every order, and then we just rep, that's it. That's all we need. So, maybe we do have a solution here, and I just don't really want to pursue it. You don't fit anywhere. You can go there, I guess. I'm going to need a lizard from somewhere. I guess I don't need a lizard from somewhere. They're all kind of happy where they're at. I'll just put someone else in as a firekeeper. We're also good on coal now, so we don't have to burn other stuff. Here, you can be a harpy firekeeper. Get decorations in. And I think we also have enough boards at this point that we can do racial housing. Or species housing, however you want to call it. 8 infused tools. Give me a delivery after you're done with that so we can open this cache and get it cleared. Good. You're fine. Yep, you're going up. Get this tree down. Next trader that shows up, wouldn't mind picking up a blueprint for something that lets me do worm tongue nests or herbs. I'm not going to spend a blueprint pick on it, but I would spend, you know, amber on it. You should be dropping tools off soon, if not now. Yeah, you're dropping tools off now. We want to open this and send it to the Citadel. We do not need what's inside. How many assists we got? Only 2. You're fine. And then once that's cleared, we can put 4 more, or 2 more of them back here. And then once we get back up to 10 infused tools, we'll probably go ahead and open this glade. I don't remember how many infused tools you need to open glade events, because I don't use them very often. But I'm pretty sure 10 should be more than enough if you can do it with 12 regular tools. I think it might be like 7. Possibly even lower. We're approaching folks gotta eat. What's the bottleneck here? Probably not having a second person working there, if I had to guess. So I might move one more person over here. Like, we're capped on flour, and it's just this one guy making a biscuit every minute and a half, and wondering why people are still hungry. Here, you come over here. And then I'll borrow a beaver from this cache after it's open. Or I could borrow a woodcutter. There. Then you can come in there. See, now we've got 4 lizards. We're up to 0.06. I do think that it scales with the number of people that you have. I'm not sure the exact math, and I haven't looked at it too closely, but I think that's how it works. 9 infused tools to open that one. But give me a beaver house and a beaver house. We have 102 wood. We're fine on that. Coal is going down, though. Why? Go to, like, 60. Also, we paid amber tax, because I wasn't paying attention. Again. Oh well, what can you do? Except pay closer attention, I guess. But, like, besides that. Here, you guys come over here. Or is it that we couldn't afford amber tax? We would have had to pay 30? I don't think we had 60 amber. I think the Queen's Impatience just is higher. And then how many you got in here? 3, you're making 5, you have 4. Force of delivery. And then in drizzle, we'll go ahead and open that. One person in there, one person in there. It's all kind of the same. I don't think he'll get through 3 trees by the time the next season starts. Okay, we're at 8 of 14. Also cut these. We're going to have a road around there. When's our next trader? 5 minutes. You know what else we haven't found? is fertile soil. I mean, I know we've only opened 2 glades, but they're big glades. They have a bunch of stuff in them. And neither of these 2 have had fertile soil. It's a little unfortunate. Yeah, we're at 9. That should be good enough. That should be good enough for a glade event. Back to 75 food. Most of it is complex. Making pies and biscuits. Wouldn't mind finding roots so we can finish garden life, but I don't want to take you off on mushrooms because you're like our primary food source right now. Could repair a butcher, since we're not really doing anything else right now. Get in here and rebuild that. 5 pigment for every 10 insects, that doesn't do anything for us. 70 wine doesn't do anything for us. Leisure need doesn't do anything for us. We get insects from stone, and we might get insects from these nests, so sure. And then we could make scrolls. Scrolls would be education. 3 beavers. Yeah, sure. And after that, I don't think we're taking new people ever again. This should be plenty of workforce for anything we ever need to do. Give me a second beaver in there. Just crank on these tools, man. Idle, idle. Full, full. Good enough. Like, you're keeping up. You, I could get more spark dew out of, though. Road, road. Decorations. And then after you open this glade, we clear this out, and that's going to be the second block of beaver house. So we'll be able to house 16 beavers next to this this hearth, and we have 15 of them, so they'll be very thrilled about that. Alright, let's see what we got. Show me the money. Oh my god, it's the mole. We can have enough food to do the mole. Oh, we can just do them with tools. Yeah. Or should we fight him? Fighting him would be like more thematically appropriate. And also, if we use 25 training gear to do this, we're getting more stone. And we can just burn our tools on a cache at the same time. So this is plus 300 hostility. That's fine. We have plenty of resolve for that. All woodcutters and gatherers get minus 22 to resolve. That's fine. We have 68 wood. We can afford to not have woodcutters for a bit. Discovering a glade gives us a plus 3 boost to global resolve. It's fine. Like, don't get me wrong. But we don't need it, and I'd rather just start working towards winning the game at this point. So let's have... No. Again, thematic. Harpies are a noble and fragile species, but with a primal aggressive side. Go grab your training weapons and beat the shit out of this mole. That's what I'd like you to do. Wait, hang on. I can still have beavers work in these lumber camps, even with this event running. That's huge. So what else we got in here? We got a coal mine. We got big rocks. We have a pretty bad medium abandoned cache. And we have more insects. And we have a second pretty bad medium abandoned cache. Okay. So we've got 9 tools. You guys come in here. Send that to the Citadel. At this point, between orders and caches, and maybe like 1 or 2 favorings to get people's rep up, I think we can just kind of win. It should grant them brawling. You're not wrong. Harpies also like brawling. That'd be a sick addition, honestly. I've also been thinking, because on their roadmap they say they're adding a 5th species. I've been thinking, what could that 5th species be? And I'm wondering if it's going to be a species that likes exploration. that has some kind of synergy with Glade events, or some kind of synergy with, like, cleanliness and maybe something else. Right now, harpies are the only thing that likes cleanliness, so it's got to be something else with cleanliness just to keep it balanced. It's probably actually going to be cleanliness luxury, because I think beavers are the only ones with luxury. So they'd like cleanliness, they'd like luxury. They're probably going to be like, aristocratic scholars that are discovering the world and so on and so forth. And I think it'd be cool if there was a species that actually got bonuses for working on Glade events. Because everything else in these buildings is like kind of used up. There's not a ton of design space left for giving specialization bonuses to buildings. Like there's some for, a provisioner or whatever. But a lot of those perks are kind of gone. And currently there's nothing for Glade events. So I think you're spot on in that that's probably something they're thinking about adding. Also, where the hell is my food? I guess it's because it's drizzle and you're planting mushrooms. But still. Zorg is here. What's up, Zorg? What you got for me? Harvesting crops is 25% faster. It's huge. It's exactly what we've been looking for. And 20% food processing. We are struggling right now. How much do I actually need for this? 3. We are struggling to make food fast enough. So let's do that. And then, yeah, I'll chuck like some bricks at you. And then I'll chuck like some of that at you. And then give me that. I could predict their complex food. It would be... So let's see. Pickled goods is 2. Biscuits is 2. Pie is 2. But jerky's 3, right? Because humans like jerky as well. So it would be skewers, pickled goods, and pie? Is that right? No, because lizards have skewers. No, I don't know. Like, also, some factions only have 3 complex foods and 3 services. Some have 4 complex foods and 2 services. I don't know. I'm sure you could predict it. I can't do it without being able to see humans right now, though. It's too hard. 3-star wine lets us make pigment, lets us make scrolls. But, well, we can make mushroom wine. We could make mushroom wine. Or we could take an explorer's lodge. We have rebuilt, or will be rebuilding, 2 salvage runes? No, 3, because we've got the Rainpunk factory too, so that'd be +3 to global resolve. A carpenter is, we don't need it. Artisan, we don't need it at this point. And I think, aren't we getting a market from one of these orders? And that's wine. Enormous mole thing. Would you like a close-up? He's kind of hideous. He's like kind of disgusting with it. Are we ever going to finish this? We're like kind of on track to, but we're also kind of not fast enough. Man, you know what? It's probably easier to just take Explorer's Lodge. It's less work to make that happen, and we're making training weapons already. So, he is a wild beast that usually lives underground. He was forced to the surface for some reason. People are unhappy for some reason. I mean, I know why the beavers are unhappy. It's because I have 6 of them working in Lumber's camp, so they're getting a -22 to resolve. And that's also probably why, like, this one... No, that's a beaver over there. I don't think I have harpies working in any gathering post right now. So why are you mad? Oh, wait, does a rain collector count as a gathering post? No. Why are you mad? You're mad for no reason. Okay, you're fine again. Never mind, I forget I asked. Just being mad for the sake of being mad. And then we need 4 harmony decoration, or aesthetics decorations. So we'll do like signpost, signpost, We'll do a couple bushes, and then we'll start putting more beavers' houses in. This road's going to come around here. This cache is going to get opened. We have 22 of these. Alright, yeah, get to work. And then this Explorer's Lodge is probably going to go down here. I think that's a nice place for it. Beavers resolve is low. Listen, you will be fine. Okay? I just need you to chill, like, momentarily. Close your eyes, and then when you open them, it'll be okay. See, you're fine. Babies. If we're going to be doing Explorer's Lodge, it's probably time to salvage all this old shit. Let me borrow some of you for that. Oh, hang on. Music stopped. Thank you, YouTube, for pausing when you ran out of this playlist instead of just playing other stuff that I might get DMCA'd for. So you guys are coming in here, and you're salvaging. You are getting us, like, some rep, but not a lot. Mole is gone. See you later. No hole or anything. He even closed the door behind him. What a polite guy. It's like he was never there. We're going to be out of planks for a little bit here, though. So maybe let's just, like, chill. Maybe let's just, like, get a second beaver in here. Where can I borrow one of you from? Like, not really anywhere. Also, we're going to have to, no, we're not. We have 65 coal. We're going to burn coal to get through this without worrying about any of these negative effects. We've got 65. We're fine. And we're going to burn a bunch of blight rods this season, probably. 4 of 7. Holy cow. Go up to 10. Production's really starting to kick off. So here's an interesting one. We definitely don't need small farm. Because we don't have any fertile soil. I can't really do anything with cosmetics, and we're not using them. I could make incense, but we get it from trees, and I also don't care. And it's another source of 2-star biscuits. So it does double up on biscuit production. It does let us make incense, which we could use in a temple. But I'm still pretty whatever about it. Herbalist Camp gets us these herb deposits, these herb deposits, these herb deposits, there they are. And does it get us veggies too? No, herbs, berries, and mushrooms. So it gets us all these herbs, and then all these herbs we can use in the bakery. Or we could take the Trapper's Camp. And I don't really want to pick either of these because they show up a lot in traders purchasing goods, but we don't have a trader for 10 minutes, and apothecary is like kinda whatever. So I'm actually inclined to take Herbalist Camp, just so that we can make sure that we have enough herbs to keep making all of our stuff. You're gonna need a road out here. You've got to walk. There. It's a weird pick. It's not a pick that I normally would like to make, but I think it was the right pick for that situation. Just because the rest of those picks were, like, pretty bad. Please don't go to 4. Stay at 3. We're going to burn about 40 coal. But we're going to burn 40 coal so that we actually, like, might pay amber tax if that accidentally goes off. So, there. And there's, like, other bad stuff that happens, but it's mostly I want to avoid that amber tax. Harpy's resolve is low. Why are you back up to 3? What the hell just happened? Oh, because I took Baptism of Fire, I can't sack resources when it's corrupted. Alright. Well, we are going to have to deal with amber tax then. I don't think I have anywhere I can hide my amber. We did pay it. So, at least impatience doesn't go up. I guess, but I think like I rather would have had impatience go up than have to pay the tax. And the rest of this is you need to stop working because you're going to blunder all of our metal away. All 137 of our metal away. Don't blunder that. And instead, just like go open a cache. And I think we could afford to have a couple more lumbersmiths here, with hostility such as it is. I don't know, man. I think the herbs are more important. Like, Trapper gets us insects, it gives us a more reliable source of jerky, but we're kind of getting it from trees already. If our herbs fail out, we're in serious trouble, because then we can't do biscuits or pie. I think that's a lot worse. But I don't know, it's possible it could have been insects. I don't think either of those picks really would have influenced the game too much either way. They're pretty late. How are we doing on mushrooms? 39? Is it time to start working towards packs of crops up to 15? So that we can finish advanced trapping? Maybe. Just maybe. I think I'm going to lose a harpy this season no matter what. If only Explorer's Lodge was done. If only I had put a second beaver in there like I wanted to an hour ago. Goodbye, single harpy. I'll miss you. Yeah, that's very sad. Did there not used to be a grace period at the start of Storm? Because that would suck. I use that grace period a lot. Training grounds is like maybe something we take now. Like, farmers have a chance of producing double yields. Big deal. If it was like anyone has a chance of it, that would be better, but I'm going to take training grounds because we're going to spend training gear in this building. If it gets us like 2 resolve, that's good enough, I guess. We gotta crank on planks though. We gotta get that going. What do you have for me? 25 meat for 5 people? No, I don't want that right now. You can go back to work in here. And you will also enjoy it in there. But then I need a free builder, so why don't you get out of there? Also, there's only... Man, where did... Oh, they're working at cache, that's right. That's where my beavers went. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun aspect of gameplay to me. That sounds like a very nice change that they implemented. Also, the fact that they're on, what, like a bi-weekly update schedule is really nice. I always appreciate a developer who's doing the early access stuff, but, like, has a consistent update schedule and communicates well, and they seem like they've done a really good job with that. This is the only game by them that I could find on the Steam Workshop, but holy cow, if this is the way that they're developing games, I'm really excited to see what else they want to make. Because this is an exceptionally polished early access game. 12 of 14. Yeah, give me one more beaver house. Upgrade that. You? Oh, I rebuilt you. People could be working in here. Hang on. How many lizards? Just one? It's not very good. Yeah, get the beavers in here. Wood's not like that important. Just give me 1 and 1. I think that maybe... Wow, you already finished. Okay. I think it's close, but I think we're at the point where we could probably ride this one out. I think if I open one more glade, it's probably going to go a lot faster. So next storm, I think we'll be opening one more glade. You just... Oh, you're still catching up from storm. I got you. I understand. I know how it is. You're making 100 jerky. That's fine. I want to get lizards in here. I don't have a lot of spare lizards, though. Hey, you can come out of here. At least do something. Skewers, just use jerky. That's going to be way more efficient. And then roots, I guess. I don't know where you're finding roots, but sure. Jerky's going to be priority 1. And then you can start spending it on skewers and oil. I don't know, we don't really need oil for anything right now, so just ignore it. Yeah, I've seen some of the earlier videos. I used to be really good about keeping up with Epic exclusives, but I don't know, there's just been a lot of really good indie stuff on Steam lately, and I haven't had the chance to look at a lot of what's going on Epic. The last Epic exclusive I got that I was like really excited to get, I think was Satisfactory. So it's been that long. It's been like a year and a half. No, it's been way longer than that. Are you insane? When did when did Satisfactory come out on Epic? Satisfactory Epic release. That is not the right amount of... Yeah, that was 2019. So actually it's been like 3 years. Just kidding. Time really do be slower in a pandemic. You don't think about it, but it is. I'm kind of interested in that, but I don't have the labor for it. Also, this is good, though. This rep ticking is a very positive influence on our community right now. You're going to be very excited about all this training gear. You're making training gear. I'd love to have a second harpy in there to help you with that, but I don't know where to find one right now. Maybe, like, give me some of that, and then give me some of that. Packs of crops are done. Stop using all my mushrooms, and also... I don't think I even need you anymore. Deliver. +1 rep. 2 rep and a bit of change to go. A guild house. A bath house. A lizard house. Every house. So we can't make cosmetics. We also can't make wine. Which perk is going to be better? Traders arriving a little quicker is nice. Global production rate 25% faster is also nice. Villagers will leave 30% slower could matter like quite a bit. More than Guildhouse probably. And we're not doing trade routes, so... Oh wait, it's added retroactively. Have we sold goods worth 60 amber? Maybe? Hey, this is also something that would like let us win the game. Okay, you know what? I've changed my mind. I think Guildhouse will help us win, and Bathhouse will help us avoid losing. So we're going to go with Guildhouse, and we're going to try and find 40 planks somewhere. It's a lot of planks. Where can you even go? I guess you can just go, like, over here. You're not going to be in range of the hearth, but that's fine. Both of these are upgraded. Yeah, it's, like, more housing than I usually build, but normally I like to keep a couple people homeless to, you know, let them think about what happens if they don't work as hard as they can, but... I don't know. This time I think I'm close enough that the housing is going to matter. We'll tick rep for a bit. 0.17, 0.11. They've got their services filled, so they're going to be really excited about that. I still don't think we can make scrolls. We can make scrolls, but I don't think we can make pigment. Yeah, the only place I can do it is in the lumber mill. And I need, well, oh wait, I'm getting pigment from insects. Maybe that's why I cared about the trapper's camp. I just completely forgot that synergy. Okay, well then we're getting insects from stone. And then probably turning them into jerky. No, I'm telling people not to eat them. Stop using insects for jerky. You as well. I think I might need those for pigment. We definitely can't produce enough scrolls to, like, keep people filled with religion forever. But... I don't know where I was going with that. So this is going to be +1 rep, +2 rep, +3 rep. So we have the win, as long as we can keep needs filled. And the only issue is that it's going to take an absolute eternity. Although, if we finish Folks Gotta Eat, that would hasten things pretty quickly. Come on, just like, can one more person go eat jerky? 10 affected, 5 affected. Wait, I can only ever... Wait, hang on. Only 15 people can eat jerky. Because I don't have 16 people who can fill a need for jerky. Get in here. I need you for a reputation point. It's very important. I need you to go, like, directly to the hearth and eat 1 jerky. Yeah, there we go. Alright, timer started. And then this is extra lizards, so why don't you get in there? And it was also extra harpies, so why don't... You're fine. Dullahan has showed up. Do I want to buy a loot box? Sure, why not? It's not very good. I shouldn't have bought the loot box. I'll buy another one, though. Ooh, +2 to pie production. That's really good. I should have bought that loot box. And it gave us herbs and meat. That was a good one. We are going to eat Hostility 4 this season, though. So that's not good. Let's see. +0.23, +0.13. Maybe it also scales with how high above the threshold you are? I don't know. I might have to go and wiki that one. I'm not exactly sure how much reputation, how the formula for reputation gain and resolve works. What I am sure about, though, is I actually think I figured out how we're going to win. No! Eat more biscuits! Come back! Alright, I still think I figured out. It's definitely not pop numbers alone. I think it's pop number, and it's how far over the threshold you are. But I'm not sure. I've never really fiddled with it that much. Anyway, this is going to be a pretty bad storm, because neither complex food nor services are filled. But we do win next clearance, and I'll show you how. Yeah, cut this last one. And then cut that one. Next season. It is also going to get us a deed. A deed that's relatively difficult to get to boot. You cut that. I'm not sure if it's a deed that has a cosmetic tied to it, or if it's just XP, but it will be nice to get. So we're going to do here, here, there. We're going to open this. A factory worker died and a stonecutter died. Okay, we need one more person in there. Need one more person in there. We're going to lose a couple people this season. We have plenty of impatience to spare, but we are going to lose people this season. So... just get ready for it. So we're going to cut this, this, and this glade. That's going to put us at 5 of 5 for... okay, we're going to lose a lot of people this season. Holy cow. I don't think I need a third person in there. Anyway, we're going to open these 3 glades. We're going to activate all 3 glade events, and then we're going to turn in Trailblazing, and we're going to win. Because there's a deed that's like, win the game while you have X amount of dangerous or forbidden glade events active. We're going to be doing that. Oh wait, hang on. If I trim 1 beaver, then we go to 3 and people stop dying. That's probably good. In some capacity of good. A desirable outcome to aim for. You're carrying metal back. You're probably carrying stuff back. I'm not sure what you're doing right now. And the guild house is up. We're not going to be working that. I just need to find places to borrow beavers from. Really anyone from. I don't need stone. I don't need 2 people in here. Well, maybe well, no, I don't. Well, I can just accept people. That would be the pick. This would probably be the pick. But instead, we're just going to do this. And I filled those spots. So, cut that open, cut this open. And we are over 13. Let's, you know, double check that we've dotted our I's and crossed our T's here before we open 3 glades at once. Oh, there's coal there. Interesting spot for a mine. I guess that means there's going to be like coal here and here inside the glade. Here's one open. What do we got in here? What the hell is that? A hungry mistworm? Oh, it's repulsive. Ugh. A small yet dangerous creature. It normally lives underground or hides in the mist, but this one seems to be more courageous than its kin. Yeah, you could say that again. Dangerous and forbidden glades warning disabled. Who cares? We know. And it's a living matter, basically. I don't know if he's new or not. I've never seen one of those things before. This is just another dark gate. We did one of those at the start. -10 to global resolve. Yep, I remember. And then let's get you down. Yeah, of course it's a living matter. Ooh, fertile soil finally. What the? Oh, this is a stormbird. These guys are really cool. I like them a lot. And their conversion is great. Positive effect on harpies, and you get eggs. So we're going to go work this. Work that. And then you come down here and work that. Oh, choose a reward, right? Work that. And then we're going to go ahead and win. Dice with Death 3. Very nice. And a level up. What do we got? We got Tool Shop. We got Brick Oven. We got Grill. New Trader. Mist Piercers. This is what I was thinking of. So we didn't even have it unlocked. We might have had the one unlocked where you can see what's in a glade, but it kills someone. But this is the one where you can see what's in a glade, but every time you open one, you get Impatience. And then Prayer Book is also a pretty nice perk. So we'll take that. We also got Rare Technology. Also got Forbidden Lands. You got a ton of stuff. Alright, let's go look at it. Let's go see what we got here. We got 7 deeds. We completed 30 orders. Won a game on Coral Forest. 2 dangerous glade events active. 3 dangerous glade events active. We get a coral growth. And we get deeds. And we get rain barrels. Or water barrels, sorry. Totally different thing. And then we'll head over to upgrades. Don't care about embarkation bonus still, but we're going to have to pick it eventually. 20% more resources. Still is like, whatever. I feel like I could win a game without taking any embark bonus, which makes me think that these are not that good. Lizard House, Harpy House as essential blueprints. The factions update, I don't really care. Embarkation points, I don't really care. I think this might be the point where I take storage capacity of buildings. That is kind of useful. District level upgrades is also really good. And then I can only pick one more, really. Don't want factions, for sure. Don't want embarkation points, for sure. Give me the essential lizard house. And then up here's Harpy House, and then construction speed. I thought there was one that gives you permanent big house, but I'm not sure where that is. It's got to be in here somewhere. That's a lot of stuff. Oh, that's daily expeditions. We should probably unlock that too. I've got no idea where Big House is. I thought it used to be in here. Anyway, that's where we're going to be done for today. We're going to go... Is it from a deed? Hang on, I got to find it. It's not you. It's not you. Just look for the picture of the big house. Your pipes. Oh, here it is. Win a game with at least 5 ancient tablets in the warehouse. Okay. Good point. Let's track it. We'll keep an eye on that one, because I like having big house around, as someone who doesn't think about homelessness very much. Yeah, no worries, Colton. That's where I'm going to be done as well. That's our daily run completed. So the VOD will go up later over on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, we will be back tomorrow. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do the daily challenge, because I would really love to do a video on the daily challenge as well. But I don't know that I have 4 hours a day to commit to Against the Storm. So it might be that we alternate between daily challenge and normal game. It might be that I just make time for it somehow. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Thanks for hanging out. If you've been around so far, we'll leave off on the deed screen so that we can see how well the game started, games won, total game time, all that kind of stuff is going. And I will catch you guys around tomorrow. Enjoy what is left of your weekend, and I'll catch you around next week. Have a good one.